teachers who would hurt children are pouring their derision upon anything we did, exposing every weakness, however carefully hidden by the key.
Being on board used to mean something more than it does now. Only because we haven't used it since everybody left. This mass exodus. See, because what happened was we were going through a black hole. It's like, this is your skipper speaking. We'll be going through a black hole. Anybody that wants to be dropped off should let me know now.
We don't need no force control. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teacher, leave them kids alone.
And people left. They left because they didn't want to go through a black hole. No, they didn't. Leave those kids alone. Oh no, you're just a number breaking the wall. So we had a bunch of people leave, but we didn't have everybody leave. There was on the Castle Fate inside of Honey. As we were flying to the black hole, it was Ian, Angie, me. I got Jet and Cal for a little bit of it, but I was able to keep them safe and get them out being attacked. And we went through the black hole. Part of that was I also had additional figures from the past show up. We were kind of all over the place, dimensionally, I suppose. So I said this, whoever doesn't want to be a part of this needs to get off, because I don't know what it's going to mean. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to come back from it. And in quite honesty, it changed the Castle Fate forever. There really isn't a Castle Fate anymore. There's the Castle Gate, which is the Infinity Gate, merged with the castle, which now sits in the meadow. So there's no more flying castle. Meadow sits inside of Honey. Original forest is gone. And I took a bunch of the bits, put them into the tower, made a rocket ship. So it's not even that, it's not like its fate lives on through Martian Station, through Orbital 1 and Martian Station. It's the spirit of the Castle Fate. So then, But that's how we got everybody off of the ship. Well, after we went through, and after we went into we had the meadow connected to the forest at the time. Okay, so it was Ian and Angie. They were in the forest, and I actually, when I left with Orbital 1, I left Angie in charge of the forest because by birthright she had a claim on it. I could leave her in charge because old rules still apply. So, that's how that went, okay? Then, well, then she destroyed it. But she left through another portal in the forest. And all that's left is the meadow, and within the meadow, a black hole. And the meadow is surrounded, of course, by Honey, the giant flying jellyfish. Jellyfishes in the sky. I should make up a song for jellyfishes. I think that I should do the whole soundtrack for me. That's not a half bad idea. Looking at a G-force training ground. Oh wait, no, I want to turn here. Alright, so then, going even further back, we had the Castle Fate hanging from the cloud, and Castle Fate with Honey the jellyfish. At this time, we had passengers. We could have people on board or not on board. And people would come and go, and some would come and stay, and some would come and stay and never really leave until they left. My friend Barnabas Italicus was one such person. During freefall, while we were phasing in and out of different realities and plummeting towards the Earth, he actually crashed into us. Hold on a second. Visual reference. So I was funny because he was crash landing as I was crash landing. And he had this flying wing thing. Pretty neat, kind of bizarre. Didn't work so well. I thought I had it fixed and I crashed it, hurt my hand. Sometime after that. I think he scrapped the project. Now during shore leave we had the entrusted and ninja monkey, the young prince. Both had come aboard for, I think, the weekend. The first weekend of shore leave. Or maybe it was a week. How long were they there? I think it was just the weekend, or extended weekend. Those were the good times, back when we had them aboard very often. Also, let's see, during shore leave, however, and it is, the shore leave was another exiting. We had those that were on board left, so that I could while away the hours rewiring the place. There is extensive footage of that I still have yet to post, and I haven't posted it. Yes, I haven't posted it yet on account of it being tremendously long, and so the upload would take I don't know how long, and I don't think Vicky's up to it. I have it all on a hard drive. The other part is I don't know what's in it that's worth watching. I at one point I have 2 cameras. I don't think that was for shore leave though. I was back and forth between rooms, and a lot of times you just get emptiness on your screen. Like, it would make a great screensaver if it could just run in the background. You know, the window into Fate. I kind of like that. The window into Fate. I should make a second YouTube channel for it. That's not a bad idea. I think I can do that and switch something. And just dump them all there. I think I'm naked on a couple of them by accident. Well, not by accident, but it was supposed to come out during editing because, well, I mean, you know, sometimes I get out of the shower and I walk around and hell, I had the place to myself, so. Always eating though. I had such purpose back then. Oh my goodness. Such a clear drive on what needed to be done. We were just sailing, you know, that was the, well, I mean, we weren't sailing during shore leave, we were grounded, but let's back up. Who was on board before we went into free fall, right? And who came back after free fall? Or after shore leave? Well, before free fall, we had Man on the Couch and Jack Bean and their families, respectively. And in fact, they were, or are, trying to bridge the distance between Earth and the Moon, which is one way of saying it. There was supposed to be a dragon, beautiful dragon that was going to do that. That was going to be of the 2 of them, and really bridge that gap. But that didn't happen. I was very sad and upset that didn't happen. I think that's kind of why Fraulein Toffeline, alley cat, is the way she is. She came back a little broken after the black hole. What day is it? Tuesday. Was I supposed to be somewhere today? I guess so. Maybe I'll sort it out. Anyway, back to the story. I've only got a minute left to wrap this up. So being on board means that you're on board. That means that whatever happens to Fate and its residents happens to you because you are a resident. And you can be on board to several different things, I suppose. Like, there's the Castle Gate. The Castle Gate's very static, very kind of just there sort of thing. There's the module. Module doesn't really do anything. Castle's got its thing going on. The new castle, I'm building it. There's nothing happening there yet. So there isn't really an on board anymore. But there is a sense of harborage still, I suppose, and there is a connectedness between the crew that are now. More to come.